Welcome to Commander Pop Culture, a place to gather magical information with some laughs, might I add. Hello everyone, welcome. I'm going to be playing the Upkeep deck. It has Obeka as the commander. We're against Kokusho, Kalamax, and Jansen. I got one land, so we're going to mulligan that. Much better. I got 2 rocks too, and interaction, and a nice Upkeep follow-up to Obeka. The Kokusho player, they're just trying to loop Kokusho in and out of their graveyard so they can drain us to death. The middle player is going for some kind of 2-card combo, most likely, because you get to copy an instant or sorcery if he's tapped. There's a lot of nasty things you can do with that. That is also incredibly cheap. The Jansen player is just looping certain types of artifacts. They sack an artifact creature, they get 2 treasures. They sack a non-creature artifact, they get 2 1/1 constructs, so it just goes back and forth. Or they make a lot of one thing and not the other, and then they use Jansen to transform their tokens into something else. I'm not sure which one they're going for, but we'll see as the game plays out. I don't have a blue source in my hand, so that's what we're gonna Cracker or Escape Tunnel for. Wow, and I got a Soul Ring, that's nice. If I draw too much ire in my direction, next turn I follow up with Soul Ring into Power Stone.
Feel the power.
That's pretty dope. If I draw a blue source, that'd be ideal because the Patient Rebuilding needs double pips. Court of Ire, sweet. I do have 2 red sources. They do have a Survivor's Encampment. This is a nice little tech in that deck because that means his Kalamax doesn't have to attack and he can tap it down the turn he plays it. Solemn's pretty fun in that deck. Gets a sack outlet from his commander, turns Solemn into a land and 2 treasure. Almost ransom for 3 in a way. So we're gonna play the Signet first. I need specifically a red left over. Cool. Yeah, I did kill your guy. Like I said earlier, you could do a lot of infinites with him. Really easy. It's just a 2-card combo with any instant or sorcery that can copy stuff. Cabal Coffers from Kokusho. More tech, that ramps, that's good. Imagine what would have happened if he still had his commander in play. He would have made 4 treasures, drawn 4 cards. So many terrible things could have happened if I didn't kill his commander just now. He probably would have played at least 3 to 4 spells on his turn. I still have the second blue source, so it's probably just gonna be Court of Ire, and that'll be pretty exciting. Could actually plink these off. Okay, that guy's done. I would have saw 2 extra cards of Tavern Brawler, but I couldn't use them. This is a budget deck. This deck is $95 in paper to build. In Moto, it's $40. Even on a budget, you could make people rage quit. I wonder if this will be enough to make the left player quit too, because if he quits, he denies me the damage trigger, and okay, he's gonna be a good sport about it. Thank you, Bane. Jansen, because he's the second closest to me position-wise, just on board states. And now I have an empty board, so I should be able to retain the Monarchy and shoot someone for 7 on my natural upkeep. Ooh, and a Phyrexian Arena, that's awesome. I get to draw some more cards. The player on the left is missing land drops, so they're reanimating a Solemn to fix their problem. They don't have enough swamps in play yet for them to start netting mana from Cabal Coffers. They're 1 land short. Kaya, the Intangible Slayer. He's exiling my Court of Ire, which is not a bad choice. Gets to deny some stuff for me. If he chose my commander, I would have just put in my zone, so this is a little bit more effective. And then he makes a token copy of it. That's pretty fun. Sucks because Obeka only triggers on damaging a player, so this thing will get another activation off. Loot Dispute's pretty awesome. I want to see more cards. I have a lot of mana at my disposal. I could play Tavern Brawler and Phyrexian Arena. I guess Loot Dispute would help me get through the dungeon faster, and I get to make treasure at the same time. The red source, return, play Phyrexian Arena. Go to combat. Put 2 counters on target creature, we want that. Makes my commander bigger for subsequent attacks. I'll make someone lose 5 life. I drew a Champion's Helm, so now I can throw it on my commander, keep it protected, give her a stat increase. This is humming quite nicely. 6/9, excellent.
It's hilarious!
Because I imagine he's going to steal one of these to decrease the damage, but I don't think that'll be enough. Oh, he's killing the Solemn. Makes him open for attack. Yeah, okay. Taking away my Phyrexian Arena. Good call. I got 2 more card advantage spells in my hand though, so Not looking too good. I'm kind of nervous about this black player in Patient Rebuilding. Since they're running Reanimate and they're probably a reanimating deck, like I said earlier, I kind of don't want to mill anybody and give this guy a sweet reanimation target. I feel like Patient Rebuilding is just too good. I think we're gonna do both and see what happens. Alright, so now we get 6 upkeep triggers. Okay, lots of good stuff. You don't want the command tower because it taps for every color. Play a bunch of rocks, keep my mana value nice and high. I'll give up the Joyra, don't really need it. Player on the right could get me though. They do 7 damage with the Court, and then puts me to 28. He's got a bunch of artifacts in play. He's got a Jansen. He's got 2 sack outlets. From what I could see, he goes to combat, puts the 2 counters on here, drains me for 3 life for every artifact, and you can sack at least 2. If he makes treasures, that's 4. That's 19 damage plus whatever else is here in play. He can do 26 damage to me on his turn, and that's not knowing what's in his hand. He's got plenty of mana to play with too. Maybe he leaves 2 up just in case for blocking my commander. Or killing that Marionette Master and foregoing some rocks was a wiser decision. He'll put me very close if he sees the line. He's going for everything. He didn't sacrifice anything, so he didn't want to copy it. He went to the right side. I was expecting him to go left and increase the power. He's got a bunch of colorless mana if he wants to use it. To get another Artificer. Yeah, doesn't end. Hopefully he doesn't got any more. If he didn't do the scry option and went with the counters on Marionette Master, I'd definitely be dead right now. Okay, surrendering. Thought Vessel fixes my card advantage issue. He's got a full grip of cards over there. That is quite nice. A little bunch of mana. That sorcery I just played, it's really great because it's a time counter on it. It gets 3, and I'll be cycling through a bunch here. Ooh, I have a cranial plating. Nice. Be playing that. Going for the kill here. This here, this here. 21. Let's go to combat and end the game. Okay, let's see. All-stars in that game were definitely the upkeep triggers. I got to kind of wheel myself into the Champion's Helm, and that kind of kept people away from being able to interact with me at that point on. I took a bit of a gamble.
I'm a gambling man by nature.
When I had my first big hit with Obeka, I could have went for the Blasphemous Act, but I wanted to take my chances and keep my commander in play with hopes that I would just go to my next turn and see enough cards, do enough damage to at least mill him out of the game with my Patient Rebuilding. I got lucky and he didn't see the line of play. He should have went on the left side of the track and put the counters on his Marionette Master. He should never went with the scry option. And then he could have just, in multiple different ways, drained me to death with his sack outlets. It just felt really bizarre. I think in the way that he could have played it, he probably chose not the best option of going about it. So I got a break there. Civic Saver and the cranial plating really racked me up real fast. There's a bunch of sub-themes in this upkeep deck. Not only do you care about upkeep, so you also care about Obeka's power. I had a lot of fun playing this. If you stuck around this long, I hope you enjoyed. If you hadn't seen the deck tech video, go and check that out if you want. You can hear about my card selections for everything on an individual level. Ever had a great time? Take care now. Bye.